outer solar system, a giant rises, like something from another universe. Here, lightning reveals storms larger than entire planets, and shadows crawl across a world with no surface. Above them is a shattered crown, made from fragments of an ancient moon. This planet looks like a dream from far away, but the closer we get, the more it becomes a nightmare. After Jupiter, the solar system begins to feel emptier. The inner worlds are far behind, and the sun no longer dominates the sky the way it does from Earth. Then the giant appears. Not as a single planet, but as an entire realm. A world almost 9 times wider than Earth, surrounded by rings and hundreds of moons. Before we even reach the planet, the rings create the first great illusion. From a distance, they seem impossibly smooth, but in reality, they are a vast disk of ice and debris spread across hundreds of thousands of kilometers. In places, the entire ring system is only tens of meters thick. A structure wider than worlds is thin enough to almost vanish when seen from the side. Within the rings, gravity is always at work. Small moons act like sculptors. Carving gaps through the debris and holding parts of the system in place. Every particle follows its own orbit, but together they create one of the most precise and elegant sights in the solar system. The beauty becomes stranger when we ask where it came from. One leading theory is that an icy moon wandered too close to Saturn. And crossed the boundary where the giant's gravity could pull it apart. Its remains spread into orbit, leaving behind the crown we see today. that is true, then the rings are not only beautiful, they are the aftermath of a lost world. But the rings leave their mark on Saturn too. Their shadows fall across the atmosphere in enormous dark bands. Stretching over clouds that have no ground beneath them. This is where the planet begins to feel less like a distant jewel and more like something immense and uneasy. Winds can exceed 1,000 kilometers per hour, faster than the strongest hurricanes on Earth. Saturn has no solid surface to interrupt the flow, allowing storms to grow as large as entire planets. The atmosphere is made mostly of hydrogen and helium, but those gases move with tremendous force. At the North Pole, Saturn's atmosphere forms one of the strangest patterns ever found on another world. A hexagon, roughly 30,000 kilometers across. It is a jet stream in the upper atmosphere, formed from moving gas flowing at different speeds around the pole. The central vortex alone has an eye around 50 times larger than the eye of a typical hurricane on Earth. As we descend, we pass through the upper atmosphere, where the clouds are still visible from space. At around the pressure of Earth's sea level, the temperature is already minus 140 degrees Celsius. Below that, Saturn becomes less familiar with every kilometer. Ammonia clouds occupy the colder upper regions. Deeper down, the atmosphere becomes warmer. And other cloud layers form from compounds such as ammonium hydrosulfide and water. As we go deeper, pressure and temperature rise rapidly. And the atmosphere is no longer anything like the air we know. It becomes dense and crushing. Far beneath the visible clouds, hydrogen is forced into strange states of matter. The molecules begin to break apart, and their electrons are no longer confined to individual atoms. Even deeper, it becomes metallic. Helping generate Saturn's magnetic field. Deeper still, the planet hides a core of rock and metal, where temperatures exceed 20,000 degrees Celsius. The golden atmosphere is only the threshold. Below it, the planet becomes an abyss. Around Saturn, things become quieter. Hundreds of moons move through the planet's gravity, each telling a different story. Mimas is one of the innermost major moons. Its surface is dominated by Herschel crater, a wound roughly 130 kilometers across. The impact that created it came so close to destroying Mimas that the moon looks almost broken. Farther out, Iapetus appears divided against itself. One hemisphere is bright with ice, while the other is dark as coal, as if two completely different worlds had been joined together. Along its equator, a mountain ridge rises up to 10 kilometers high, giving the moon one of the strangest silhouettes in Saturn's system. Titan is larger than the planet Mercury and has a thick atmosphere made mostly of nitrogen, with methane mixed into its skies. This methane takes the place of water in an alien weather cycle, forming clouds and falling as rain, creating river channels and vast lakes. But Enceladus may be the most haunting of all. It is only about 500 kilometers wide. frozen moon, bright enough to be one of the most reflective bodies in the solar system. Near its south pole, cracks in the ice release plumes of water vapor and frozen particles into space. Those plumes come from a global ocean hidden beneath the crust, kept warm by the constant flexing caused by Saturn's gravity. And inside those plumes are organic molecules. Not proof of life, but possibility. For centuries, Saturn was little more than a strange light in the night sky. But behind that light lies a realm of shattered ice, colossal storms, and impossible worlds. The closer we look into the universe, the less ordinary it becomes. And Saturn is only one planet.